episode of Experience Annex. Experience Annex is a platform for role models, thought leaders, legendary entrepreneurs, and world-class professionals to share their wisdom with the world, particularly the African youth. On our platform today is Mrs. Funke Osae-Brown, popularly called FOB. Today's episode is going to be very, very interesting and exciting because FOB is one of the few Nigerian journalists that have blazed a trail on digital journalism with the launch of TLR, the Luxury Reporter, which she founded in 2015.
Yes, please. Yes.
TLR is an online magazine and a TV channel that is catching the Nigerian journalism entertainment space by storm. A brief on FOB. Funke Osae-Brown has more than 12 years experience as a journalist. She was the editor BusinessLife with BusinessDay Newspaper and was once the deputy editor BusinessDay on Sunday. She has covered arts for more than a decade, reporting on the visual and performing arts, music, Nollywood, fashion, travel, and tourism. Funke was once the editor of the famous youth magazine in Nigeria called NaijaTimes and was a freelance correspondent for the African Review owned by the Nation Media Group of Kenya. She writes for Essence magazine of South Africa and South Africa Airways in-flight magazine, Sawubona. Is that?
Yes, yes.
She was the recipient of the Best Art and Culture Reporting Award 2013 and was the Future Awards Journalist of the Year 2009. Funke, welcome to Experience Annex.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Uduk, for having me here.
Thank you. I mean, we have read a little about yourself, about your profile, and what else would you like our audience to know about Mrs. Funke Brown?
Well, like Rati said, I was in business there for more than 10 years, reporting on arts and travel, tourism. But now, in 2015, I've always had this burden in my heart, to start something for myself. And I had to wait. There was a time around 2009 that I went for a course in online journalism in the Netherlands. Some of the things I learned from that training, spurred me to want to start something with digital media by myself. So I had to wait for an inspiration because everybody's doing fashion blogging, everybody's doing travel writing, everybody's doing this, but I want to do something different. So I was really waiting and praying about it that God should just give me an inspiration. And all of a sudden, and I realized that actually luxury reporting, nobody's really doing it in Nigeria. And the few people who were doing it were tucked in between magazines somewhere. So it's not like what they are really focusing on to do. So I just told myself that, okay, let me just start this thing. And that was how we vetted the Luxury Reporter in 2015.
Okay. So you've been a journalist for more than a decade.
Yes, sir.
And what makes journalists tick? In particular, what makes FOB tick?
Well, I think a journalist must have a good ears and eyes for a good story. You understand? That's what makes a good journalist. You must be able to know when you say a story that, oh, this is a good story, and must go to press with this story. Then, in addition to that, your style of writing. As a journalist, you must be able to cultivate a unique style of writing for yourself. So when people see this story, they will know, this is so-and-so person. This is Paul Uduk. This is so-and-so person. They should be able to put a name and face to that story when they see it, and I say it, this is the person. So that's what I try to do. So in the course of writing, and that's what I think has differentiated me over the years, is my style of writing, my mode of presentation, because I try to put myself into what I do. I try to put myself into my writing, especially for my feature stories. I go there to experience it and to tell the reader as it is, the way I saw it from my own perspective. So I think that unique style of writing defines or makes a cool book. Okay.
I mean, in all those many years of crisscrossing the globe, Nigeria, reporting on the arts, and are there any particular talking head moments you would like to share with the audience?
Well, I think the pregnant moments I've had, and there are many, but I think one of them was the first time I visited Paris. That was France. I went for the course in the Netherlands, like I said. So we had a long break, like a long weekend, a public holiday. So our tutor then told us that, Paris is next door, so why can't you just go by road to Paris and experience it? And my brother lives in Paris with his family, so I just said, well, that's an opportunity for me to even visit him after so many years. So, and some of my friends too, who were on the training together from different parts of Africa, were also interested. Even a lady from Armenia went with us, and one lady from China, and a guy from Kenya, and myself and I, a friend from Mary from Nigeria. So 5 or 6 of us got on a bus, on a night bus. We went by road. So we had the opportunity, to see the countryside of Paris. So we went to other countries in between, to really experience some parts of Europe. So when we got to Paris, that morning, my sister-in-law came for us at the bus station, took us to our home. The few of us put up, and some of us who wanted to stay in a hostel, stayed in hostel, and me and I stayed in an apartment. She took us on a train ride. When you got on the tube, we discovered that people were jumping. Some blacks and some whites were not willing to pay for the ticket, to slide their ticket into the ticket hole, for the access door to open for them. They actually jumped over. And I was like, so we thought Africans are the only known as hoodlums, as thieves, who don't want to do all these things. Discovered was this a white guys doing it. You understand? And we got on the tube. When we got on the train, I saw a young man playing music, begging for money. I thought this couldn't have been Europe. So exactly, we have beggars on the streets of Lagos. Why would anybody singing for money? You understand? And it's in Paris, and that's supposed to be like see Paris and die. A very beautiful city in Europe. So another interesting encounter, when we got on the tube, I saw another guy with needle holes all over his arm, begging for money. Nobody really paid attention because I'm sure they thought that, okay, if we give this guy money, we'll spend on drugs, because you could see the piercing on his hands, maybe when he injected himself with substances and all that. So people really, but except one woman who gave him a coin. So I was like, oh, so all these things actually happened in Paris. And at that time too, it was rush hour, like closing hour. So everybody was on the train, trying to get him. It was like a mole, when you have 99, Fela sang a song that 96 standing and 99 standing, sovereign and smiling. So that they also experienced this on the TV in Europe. You understand? I don't expect Paris, I expect them to be, to be cool, easygoing, fine, everything looking so nice, and you don't expect to see all those dirty looking people and some dirty looking places in Paris. But that was the experience I had. And when I returned, at that time in my column, I shared my experience, it started. And it was also included in Travel Anthology for Nigerian journalists that was published in Route 234 last year.
Okay, let's go back home.
Yeah.
What really attracted you to journalism?
Well, if I should tell you that when I was in secondary school, I wanted to be an accountant because I had an uncle then who was an accountant. So I was like, okay, I must be an accountant. But later on, when I was getting admission into school, I wanted to study mass communication, but it was not possible at the University of Lagos because my cut-off mark was low. So my dad now said, okay, can we just try another school? So a friend of mine now told me, that his father just helped out to Ogun State University, that can do change university form. So when I got there, they asked me, what would I like to do? I said, okay, let me do law, since I couldn't get mass communication and accounting that I wanted to do. So I said, okay. So the registrar then said, oh, it's impossible for you to get law because the admission for law is closed, but we want to try English literature so that you can at least change to law in second year. So I got admitted into English, but in my first year, I fell in love with English literature, and I said, no, then I like to be a writer, and that's how the visionary dream, to be a writer and journalist.
So from accountancy, you moved to law, and then you ended up in English. Okay. I once read a piece you wrote for, I can't recall this man, Badamosi.
Okay, on Chief Badamosi, yes.
Yes, Chief Badamosi.
Yes.
And it was an art collector. I think he passed away.
Late last year. That was when he passed.
That was the first time I really, appreciated
art.
Exactly. Writing.
Yeah. So,
what attracted you to arts reporting?
When I started as a journalist with New Age Newspaper in 2004 or 5, I was posted to the business desk. And that was when small businesses were just starting in Nigeria at the time. So I was doing business reporting. Then after a few months there, I got tired of the place, the issue with no payments of salaries and I was like, okay. And before then, I was contributing to BusinessDay and film reviews and book reviews through a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, written in fashion. introduced me to the art editor, and I'm a then. So I started writing art review, for BusinessDay. So, and I put all the collection together. So, what do you mean I advise that I can go to BusinessDay and present this to them and let them know that I've been doing something with them before. So, I now went back to BusinessDay and met with the news editor then, John Sadolo. And I said, okay, I can come in, but I have to come in as a stringer. I said, okay, no problem. So, I wasn't paid still for about 6 months while I was there, but at least I enjoyed myself. So, then I was now posted to the art desk, and that was how my interest in art reporting really started. And through NM, I was involved in so many art reporting in BusinessDay.
So you learned on the job?
Yes, actually, yes, I did. Yes, and coupled my background as a literature student also helped too with the review. Yes.
All right. So over all the years, who have been your heroes in journalism?
Well, in journalism, so many, but the first hero is I call her heroine is Christina Paul. Yes, because I was watching. Then she was doing some series of documentaries on religion, those who killed in God's name and all that. So I got attracted to that, and I told me, oh, she's doing this with TV. I can also do it with print, because then I was a print journalist with BusinessDay. So I started my own little investigative journalism. I started writing. I did a story on street kids at the time. That even got me an award. I did something I went all the way to Oyo State to do something on Calabar carving at the time that ended my nominations at the Nigerian Media Merit Award. To see how that skill is going into extinction. Because, there was a time that people carve calabashes. Yeah. They will write happy married life on it with different designs and all that. People will hang in their homes and all that. But I realized that art is actually dying. So I did a story on it at the time. So that also got me interested. Okay, this is what Christian Paul is doing. I can also do it with print. Another person will be Jamana Nikulaku. Jaman was a former editor of arts editor is The Guardian. Then he left, I think, about 2 years ago to start art advocacy. Then I used to read The Guardian, German's pieces in The Guardian when I was a arts editor. So I got inspired by his writing, style of writing, his presentation, his editing skill and all that. So those are the two people, yes.
Okay. Yeah. As a journalist, what challenges do you face?
Well, as a journalist, the challenges are many. And now that I'm even a media entrepreneur, it's even more. The first to be, for me to sell my vision to people that, okay, the luxury reporting is real. That you can actually do luxury reporting. The same way you can do art reporting, the same way you can do travel reporting, the same way you can do literary reviews and all that, the same way you can actually report luxury. And nobody is doing it. So when I started out, a lot of people were laughing at me. I will see how far she can go. But 1 year after, we're strong, and we're even going stronger to the glory of God. So, that was it, to sell your vision to people. To get people to buy into your dream, to get people to believe in what you're doing is actually a challenge. And that also brings us to advertising. When people don't believe in what you're doing, they'll be like, oh, why do you have to waste our time advertising with that? But we thank God that our goodwill has made us some adverts last year, and people advertise with us. We're able to sell our businesses to people, and people are really buying into what we're doing. Another would be also to get skilled writers. People can really write the way you want them to write. People who can write without bad grammars. People can really visualize things the way you see it and be able to put it down in writing. There's a difference between processing your thoughts and putting it down in writing. Using the right word to describe a particular situation, saying that, oh, this person and this subject of an interview is doing this, is doing that and all that. Being able to do all those things is also a huge challenge. And another thing, of course, would be like, experimenting with our digital magazine, like I said. It's not really common in this part of the world for people to download something online and want to read, just like books. You understand? They also want the hard copies and all that, but because of cost of printing is a little high, so we're trying to experiment with online printing, and we've succeeded in the last 1 year, and people are really buying into it, going stronger.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Have you ever had the situation whereby you presented maybe a story and the publisher or editor rejected it?
Well, there are situations like that, really, when, a story could have been rejected because it didn't measure up to standard, or you didn't get the facts correctly, you understand, or maybe it's not serving some business interest. So things like that do happen in journalism.
I'm just believing that you have met all the standards. Everything is just that maybe they are scared, they don't want them.
Well, it happens. Yeah, it happens actually. Because
has it happened to you?
Well, to me, not directly. Okay. Definitely, I won't say that. It's not to me, because of the kind of beats that I report. It's not the kind of beats that is endangered like that. You know, when you talk about reporting the economy, when I talk about reporting politics, you know, you begin to experience that. But I can say that before I left BusinessDay, I tried to dabble into the business of art reporting, where I began to report about sales in visual arts that made the front page of the paper for about 3 or 4 times. You know, how government needs to begin to look at art collecting as a real business, begin to look at auction houses as real business people, and that they can contribute valuable money even to the economy.
Okay. Okay, let's go to TLR, the luxury reporter.
Yeah.
You have shared a brief idea. Can you just summarize on how did the idea come to about?
Okay, like I said earlier, that I've always loved magazine production, because at least I edited BusinessLife magazine for about 10, 11 years. So I've always been sold out to magazine production, writing and all that. So in the course of reporting lifestyle at BusinessDay, I dabbled into some international magazines like How to Spend It, Rob Report, you know, the Luxury Channel, and some other international and foreign luxury magazines like that. And I told myself, hey, we can do this in Nigeria. Nobody is doing luxury reporting in Nigeria. Nobody is doing anything in Nigeria. And I said, okay, I'm going to do luxury reporting, and we're going to start small. We don't have the big capital to do something big like How to Spend It, Rob Report. We're going to start small, and we're going to grow the business by God's grace.
All right. So now you've been around for, this is the second year now?
This is the second year.
So how do you plan to sustain the tempo?
Well, by God's grace, we've been doing, we're very versed with our social media marketing. And that's what we've been doing to market ourselves, because we believe that journalism, that's the future of journalism, digital marketing and digital journalism, online journalism generally, is the future of journalism in Nigeria. So we've been using all the social media through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you know, Twitter, all Pinterest and all the Snapchat to really push our brand, to tell people that we are here and we are here to stay. And that is where we have a growing audience. We actually have a very large audience, fan base on Facebook. And we also have a huge following on Instagram, because, you know, people are attracted to pictures. And because most of what we do is pictorial, so we try to include more pictures and less text, you know, to drive people to what we're doing. And we've been increasing every day on a daily basis, you know, sharing our content and telling people, hey, we are here to stay. And to the glory of God, we've been doing that since last year that we started.
You know, really, digital is the future
of journalism.
I mean, you talk about Huffington Post.
Yes.
And you talk about Bloomberg.
Yeah.
You talk about CNBC.
Yes.
And so, how did any of those inspire you?
Yes. You know, because I think they have very strong business model. And these are media organizations that are adapting to the realities. You understand? CNN is adapting to reality. Last October, First Bank took us to London for a training on online journalism and magazine production. Yes, and we went to CNN, and the person who spoke to us at CNN was telling us that actually they create different video to suit different markets. Okay. So in other words, if a new story comes in, they have the one for TV, they create the one for their Facebook page, they create one for their Instagram handle, they create one for Twitter, for Snapchat, you know. So they're creating different products for the different market, because they know that they have people reading them or watching them on those platforms. So you cannot afford to sit back as a media organization and say, oh, because we are print, we're going to stay with print. No, you have to diversify. You must be able to cater to all these audiences who are online or on different online platforms, you know, to really reach them and to have a wider reach. And that is what Bloomberg, CNBC, CNN, BBC are all doing. They are adapting to the new realities. And this is what I also find interesting to them, and I've not really been seeing many media houses in Nigeria catching up on it, is Facebook Live. You understand? I think Channels is a news at 10 on Facebook Live now. Any live program that's running on CNN, on CNBC, on Reuters, they have a live show on their Facebook page. So if you are not in your house to sit in front of the TV, you can watch it on your mobile phone. In fact, at time I'll be at home, the TV will be on a different channel for the children, but I'll be watching my CNN on my mobile phone, on my Facebook Live. And we've also been adapting that as TLR. So any event that we go to, we stream live with our mobile phone. You understand? Because that is it. Now, news is instant. So it's no longer those days when you have to stay in a newsroom, you know, to record or write any story. Those times have changed. So people now consume news on the go. So you can't wait until an hour or 2 hours later when news has broken, you know, to say you want to to put it out.
Well, you touched on this. Nigeria is a poor country.
Mm-hmm.
If the per capita income is still anything to go back,
Yeah.
how are you reporting luxury in a poor country?
Well, like I tell people tell me, oh, luxury, that's too expensive. But actually, I tell people that luxury does not necessarily mean expensive. It means it is of good quality. You understand? It's about the quality of the product. And I tell you, there's what we call affordable luxury. A middle class Nigerian will travel to the United States or to the UK. You enter a store. If it is Ross, for instance, where they sell designer wears at reduced prices, you enter the store, you pick up a Gucci bag. You understand? Of course, it's not in season at that time. You didn't buy it when it was in season. Maybe it was a fall or what's it called, or summertime. But you picked up the bag, you paid for it. Maybe instead of paying $500, you ended up paying $100 or $70. But it's a Gucci bag. You're consuming luxury, but you got it at a reduced price. You understand? So that's what we call affordable luxury. Everybody is still doing it. And our target market are the middle class Nigerians to the upper class. You understand? High-end luxury, because we have different grades in luxury. We have the very high-end. You understand? We have the affordable luxury. You understand? So that's what we are trying to speak to the core of these Nigerian people, of young people, middle class people, and also the high-end market. You understand? So I tell people that because you can't afford to buy a Gucci bag when it's in the season, does not mean that you can't afford to carry a Gucci bag. I'm sure if I open your bag now, I can see maybe a MAC, what's it called? A MAC powder. And a MAC powder goes for not less than 10,000 for a compact, just a small one. You understand? So if you can afford to buy a 10,000 naira MAC, what's it called? They are consuming luxury, and it's affordable luxury. You might not be able to buy a Rolls Royce that is 50, 30 million, 20 million or anything. You might not drive the top high-end cars, but there's some affordable luxury cars that you can afford to get in and drive around town. So you're still consuming luxury. Okay. So, but there's always a confusion with high-end luxury and.
Do I say that you are dancing all the way to the bank?
Well, not yet actually, but we've not done badly in the last 1 year. Because I even met a friend who told us that you that just started a few years, are you even doing better than some platform that started way before you? But I tell him that it's just God. We've not done badly, and we didn't have a bad outing last year, I must say. But we are not there yet.
All right, so there's many magazines come and go, but like the gossip magazines, the really soft sell magazine are the ones that have the longevity. Well, okay. So how is CLR going to make sure that you are here to stay?
Well, I think it has to do with redefining yourself. Okay. You cannot afford to be selling the same face you are selling 2-3 years ago and still sell the same. Even the fact that we're a year old, this year we've redesigned our logo to make their maximum attractive. Because there's a thing about redefining yourself. You cannot afford to be static. You just have to change. You understand? Because people get bored seeing the same thing over and over again. Then another thing, of course, is we've been trying to use personalities to sell the magazine. So we've been doing interviews for personalities, to tell people, because people like to read about other people, especially people who they see as inspiration, people who are doing better than they are doing. So they want to learn from them. So we go hard for all these top people to share their own life story. For instance, in our January edition now, we have the famous Dayo Olumu. He's a motivational speaker and he's a Toastmaster too. He lives in the UK. This is someone who started from a humble beginning. When his father died, they moved out of their 3-bedroom apartment in Ibutemeta and went to live in a 1-room apartment, face me and face you in Agege. He sold pure water on his head with biscuits for his mother to support his mom. You understand? And he was actually born in the UK. So later on, when he grew, and in maybe around 18 or 20 or thereabouts, in his early 20s, he returned to the UK. You understand? To claim his citizenship. But unfortunately for him, when he got to the UK, he discovered that his identity had been stolen by someone who was a huge setback for him. So he was discouraged, he wanted to come back home and all that, but he said no, that he was there to stay. And to the glory of God now, he moved to the powerful people in the UK. He's one of the top motivational speakers in the UK and he's a Nigerian. There is no top high-net worth individual in the UK who doesn't know. He's been on the board of so many schools in the UK and he's doing so well. So when I was in the UK in October last year, I met him and I've read so much about him in Nigeria before I got there. So I said, see, we just have to do this interview. You have to tell people your story. You need to inspire young generations. People need role models to look up to. And that's why it's on our cover for this edition, for the general edition. So we go out to look for people with inspiring story, interesting story, and let them know that you can actually build from the scratch and get to the top. You don't have to steal. You understand? You don't have to be dubious in what you do. There are people who can afford luxury things and they have worked for it.
Okay, so I mean, you have already answered the question we wanted to ask.
Oh, what's that?
How are you positioning to remain a force to be reckoned with?
Yeah, we're positioning in so many ways. I think I can use our social media to answer that. Like I said earlier, we have so many offerings on our online platform. Apart from the daily update on our website, we have a TV called TLR Online TV. We started that one in June last year. You know, we realized that it's about multimedia platform. We want to be a multimedia platform where you can get visual, you can get audio visual, you can read text, you can have variety on the platform. You don't have to migrate or go to another platform to get it. So we're doing a combination of all the multimedia. We have the daily update on our website, we have our digital magazine, we have our online TV. So we just want to tell people that we are here to stay and we are serious about business. And we have a business model that we are following, we're planning to execute to the glory of God in total.
So thank you so much, Funke, for spending time to share your experience with Experience Annex.
Thank you,
And,
Experience.
Really looking forward to speaking with you again in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
Osae-Brown, the popular FOB, the founder of TLR, the Treasury, the Luxury Reporter, Nigeria's first truly authentic online magazine and TV channel. Am I right on that?
Yes, please, you are.
I believe you have enjoyed being part of today's episode and of Experience Annex. Until we come your way again, I've been your host, Uduk. Thank you.